Hi, I'm Brian Ferguson.
And I'm Zach Rosenberg. And you may have seen recently other dad bloggers plugging their own websites and even family members telling you not to watch 8-Bit Dad. This is an important message that we want to get out. And if you'd like to make a video like that, feel free to do so. There's only a couple rules. You've got to tell people not to watch 8-Bit Dad, and you've got to shoot it in landscape, not in portrait. You can do it with your phone. They're high quality. So make a video, plug your stuff, tell us your website, tell us your Twitter handle, tell us whatever you want to tell us, but you got to tell us, don't watch 8-Bit Dad. Have your kids make a video. Send it to us. Let us know it's up. Let us know it's somewhere. Email it to us.
Email it to us at dads@8bitdad.com. And we'll promote your shit
and put it on the show
at the beginning of each episode.
We love you.
Hello and welcome to 8-Bit Dad. I'm Brian Ferguson.
And I'm Zach Rosenberg. 8-Bit Dad is the modern parent source for real fatherly opinions, updated daily. And on the show, we talk about some of the weekly top stories from 8bitdad.com.
You did it like a little Ireland.
The weekly top stories.
The weekly top stories, yes. That's right. We are the founding fathers of 8-Bit Dad. And we share parenthood news from across the internet. And we also tackle important issues within the fatherhood community.
That was actually
we feature exclusive interviews you won't find anywhere else. That's the definition of exclusive. And we even blog about our own stories of triumph and sadness.
I've had a lot of sadness lately. I can't wait to blog again.
Me too.
Not a lot.
I can't wait to write something. Well, it's a slow week.
What are you going to do? And if you have a story that you'd like to give us a heads up on, then I don't know why that had to do with my hair, but if you have a story that you'd like to give us a little heads up on, please drop us a line. That's dads@8bitdad.com. All that stuff. And if you'd like to write for us, we hope that you do, because half of our guys are MIA right now, then please do drop us a line. And that address, as you can see through my allergies, is contribute@8bitdad.com. Yeah, I'm going to take this thing out.
Did I spit all over your computer? Sorry.
It's possible. It's fine.
You can follow us on Twitter, which is twitter.com/8bitdad. And you can like us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/8bitdad. And you can repin our shit on Pinterest. Stop sniffing, dude.
I can't.
You're fucking...
I know. It's like...
You sound like a cat that's going to throw up. You can repin our shit on Pinterest, which is pinterest.com/8bitdads. And 36. Fuck. How was your week?
Slow. I mean, I'm still out of work, so it was slow. I don't know. I'm starting to focus in on some stuff.
You got a HLN article that's...
I do. That went up. And went up and goes up tomorrow if you're watching live, or yesterday if you're watching recorded. And yes, I had to close my eyes for that so I'd make it through. That's all I got.
All right. What
Read
else?
it, you assholes.
What else? Oh, Andy Griffith died.
He did.
Yeah.
One of TV's greatest dads.
Dude, do you need to take a break? Do you want to start this over?
No, I'm good. I can't hear out of my right ear. I can't,
That's why I sit on this side.
Ugh.
Ugh. Dude, it's going to be so annoying on the recording.
I know.
I can't edit that out. We don't have sophisticated technology to do that, dude.
It's just put a thing over just put a title over me the whole time below that says, I apologize.
Okay. Fuck!
Oh,
I would do a sniff counter if I had more time. I'll see if I can do it. I don't know. It's gonna be. It's
gonna be a rough show.
Oh my god. It's like I'm waiting for.
Where were we?
Waiting
Andy Griffith died. I know. I got one too. I'm just gonna hold my nose and I'll be fine. So Andy Griffith died.
Yeah.
And He was the star of the
He was the 86 or something like that.
Andy Griffith Show.
He
What?
was in his 80s.
Oh, yeah.
My grandma is going to be 90, and still lucky that she's around. We're actually gonna go visit her. You're trying so hard, dude. So that's in a couple weeks. So we'll skip that weekend.
That's that.
You'll see a weekend that we don't do the show, and that's when I'm out of town. And then he's gonna go out of town.
Or if we do the show, then
We got stuff to do. And we're gonna. God, I hope I get this article up today, which is Sunday. But I'll try to ignore it. I'll just power through it. I'll just power through it. Power through it. Here we go. We had a. This is why you need to do more Coke.
like this literally just happened. Like I don't get it. We were sitting here setting up for fucking ever, and like we were fine.
So I'm gonna play this for you, and you guys won't see it because it's not recorded yet.
That's how you like that.
But oh god, this is 10 minutes. I can't play this whole thing.
Please don't.
I'll play it for you after the show. We have a video up right now on our YouTube. It's Art for a Cure and Paint the Cure video that we're going to include in an article. That we visited this benefit last Saturday at Hamilton Steel Guitars in Van Nuys of California. And
I went to middle school with Chris Hamilton. I think I said that last show.
yeah, we talked about it a little bit in episode 35.
So watch that one too.
Watch what? Yeah, why not? So I got that up, so that was nice. I also got an e-mug, which is from the Fan Gamer. It's a company, and they make really cool stuff. I hope to get some more cool shirts from them because I'm running out of selections here.
That's it's Mega Man tanker.
Yeah.
Tanker.
Yeah, this is it's a lot better than the
8-Bit Dad mug.
I wasn't gonna go that far, but there's a Think Geek version of this, and it is quite terrible.
Well, it's got the 8-bit thing going for it.
It does, but it's cheap. I mean, this thing is like $30-some.
Yeah.
Because it's made out of cast. It's heavy.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Well, they did that video of them like dropping it off a thing.
Yeah, and they had like
a container or something.
I think they had an outtake where it didn't break or something.
Yeah, an actual outtake where it didn't break. That was the point of it.
So I recommend this mug. This is a solid beast of a mug. We're not getting paid. I support them and paid. They gave me a couple bucks off, but we support them and everything that they do. They make some really cool stuff. So check them out at Fangamer. I don't know, whatever website. It might be fangamer.com.
Probably.
So
you know who else makes really cool stuff?
Who?
The Jack B.
Oh.
You like that transition?
I like that.
I have some corrections from last week.
Yeah.
First off, I'd like to say, and this is a disclaimer, just an in general 8-Bit Dad disclaimer. If you ever take anything I say seriously,
just look at him.
I'm in a pink robe, dude. Don't take anything I say like seriously. Like if I pop off on the show, we're still friends. I still love you. So anyway, last week I had said that the Jack B, who's another dad blogger, he writes like SEO stuff also.
You called him stodgy.
I called him stodgy. Okay. That was not the right word, and you could tell from the reaction he got on Twitter, he wasn't happy.
Dull and uninspired. I had to look that up.
Jack, you are not dull and you are not uninspired.
He might be heavy filling and high in carbohydrates.
Yes, that's what I meant. No, what I meant, if I may,
indigestible,
is is that he
heavy.
He's maybe the word is rough around the edges. I don't know. No, it's not. No, that's another insult. I want to say he's a great writer. He writes about a bunch of stuff. He was one of the first guys that I had talked to in like the fatherhood community. So he always holds a place in my heart, wherever that is in this big fat chest. But he writes about like marketing SEO stuff and fatherhood stuff, and he's kind of got that like hard like this is how you do it kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it. That's why I said stodgy, because I was picturing like the old man on his lawn who's like, back in my day, blah 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 blah. But that's not what he's like. Anyway, he's a nice guy. Whatever. Jack B, I love you. Don't take that personally. And again, rope. So then, also Jason Avant, who is Pet Cobra, he watched the show too. You know, I didn't ever expect people to watch the show. And they did, so that's that.
Yeah, I think he liked our robo-tagging, which we don't have a robot that does this. We just go through the show and we find who we mentioned, and you know, we figured that it might be nice if you were mentioned somewhere to know about it.
Yeah, totally.
And not like talk behind your back or anything like that. So
well, we put it out there. Like, you know, there's some guys that find out
we're totally
later. Oh, we talked about you. And
love and hate.
And good or bad, if we mention you, we tag you.
Yeah.
So we
just like Dan Noah.
Own up to that. Just like Single Dad Laughing.
Single Dad Laughing.
Dildos. So Jason Avant watched the show, and I had said last week that he worked with Whit Honey on Babbel.
Yeah.
Jason Avant set me straight.
Oh,
and he said, "Yo, Zach Rosenberg, watched your latest vlog post. FYI, I don't work with Whit Honey on dadding. I haven't written for Babbel for going on 6 months now. Whit and Homemaker Man, who's a fantastic and very funny writer, both write for Dad Centric." So thanks for setting me straight, Jason.
Thank you.
And I replied, "Well, if there's one thing I never claimed to have straight, it's the facts," which is true. So that's that. Those are our corrections for the last week. That's probably going to be an ongoing column for us, the corrections. Because I fuck a lot of things up.
What do they call that in newspaper terms when they have like
the corrections?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like a little section where it says corrections. Last week we said Fidel Castro's alive. He's actually dead. Or last week we said that Alabama was not a state. It actually is.
It's in the black belt.
It is in the black belt with Huckleberry Starnes.
Huckleberry Starnes. So that's what we got. We don't have a question of the week.
We'll
get one up today.
We will next week, yeah, or this week.
Which is Tuesday.
Yeah. I had one on like Thursday. I was like, I've got a question of the week. And then I looked at the calendar and said, I can't put it up now because we've got like a day. So.
And we want you to answer it, and we want to read your response.
We do. We want to give you ample time.
Yes.
So.
Just
so we'll have
think
one.
about it. Yeah.
And please come and enjoy.
Are we flying? Oh, I didn't even start the timer.
Perfect. So we have no idea how much time it's been since we started.
I'm going to say like 10 minutes.
Sounds fair. So the first story?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go for it.
Let's do it.
Did you do anything for July 4th?
Oh, are we still talking about
We
this?
didn't. I don't know. Did we fly through
I didn't
it?
really do anything.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to be able to see the fireworks from here because we're like in between two different cities that light them off. And we did not see.
You didn't see any?
No.
I'm like 2 blocks away from you, and I can see them from my place.
We got a big hill.
Tree line, yeah. The hill and the tree line will do it.
We heard them
because
we didn't see them.
We have to go out in our driveway. We used to be able, when we were in the front of the complex, we'd stand on our balcony. Why is this coming back to me now? The allergies.
Doing so good.
I know. Hold it together. We used to be able to stand on our balcony. It was awesome. It was like
we did that at our old apartment.
But now we're in the back of the complex, and so we have to go to the driveway, and everyone's standing in the driveway looking up between the two lines of trees. So we didn't even do that. We went to a friend's house and walked down the street, and I got a giant blister on my foot from it.
He's got pictures on his Facebook.
Yeah. You're not going to want to see those, folks.
It was uneventful. I mean, whatever. So, first story, and it's an update. It's an all-inclusive update.
The victory for Virginia gay family at health club with a twist. That's not in the title. So a couple days ago at this point, Will Trinkle and Juan Granados.
Amazing names.
Right. And their two-year-old son, Oliver, as I say in the article, got the business end of Virginia politics when they were denied a family membership to Roanoke Athletic Club based on the fact that their family, so-called, consists of gay parents. Evidently, gay marriage is not, and civil unions are not legal in Virginia or something. I don't know the law. Jesus Christ.
Fucking ads.
So there was a big hullabaloo and to do having to go through that because the Roanoke Athletic Club said, well, they'd granted these guys, these gay parents, a family plan, a family membership.
And they just
2 weeks later, they got a letter in the mail that said, oh, we're sorry. Due to the fact that gay marriages aren't recognized in Virginia, we also won't recognize them. Now,
dude.
What really chapped Will Trinkle's hide was
really put on their chaps.
What really rustled his jimmies was the fact that, and if I could just scroll down, I could get there. Was the fact that private organizations are able to, in fact, recognize whatever they want. Like, I guess you make your own rules if it's a private organization.
I thought there was a side story. I thought there was like a thing in New York where they outlawed like Jewish food in a like you can do that. You can. I don't know. That was
they outlawed like sodas, 16-ounce sodas or something in New York.
Yeah,
but
they're trying to do that.
So, so here, according to the Roanoke Times, Virginia does not recognize civil unions between members of the same sex or same-sex marriage, but private institutions are not necessarily bound to follow the same definitions as those that are public. So, like, literally, those definitions for Virginia have to do with, like, benefits and right-to-life stuff and wills and testaments and things like that. But private organizations can say, look, we consider our family membership going towards same-sex marriage, blah, 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 blah. So easily, Roanoke Athletic Club could have been like, you know what? Sure, you're welcome.
And they're not owned by anyone, right?
They're owned by this Carillion Clinic, who is a health and medical association that owns like hospitals and things like that. And on their patient's right page, for the patient rights for like their other organizations, it says you have the right to receive treatment in a safe, abuse-free environment without discrimination as to race, color, religion, sex, national origin, disability, sexual orientation, or source of payment. So, God, and like we said, we hate it when corporate policy gets in the way of bigotry. So there was a Change.org petition started by some guy. I signed it. And Will Trinkle had sued Carillion Clinic and Roanoke Athletic Club and all that. Basically, for the reason that they were being, horribly shitty. And why not? So, in just a couple days, really, there was success where the Roanoke Athletic Club basically redefined their family membership, now with a twist. They now call the family membership a household membership. And that is meant to include, and I quote,
why do they take they're still a family.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're getting there. So the household membership is now meant to include a primary member, a primary member,
Cats.
And up to one additional household member, meaning a spouse. They just won't say it. That permanently lives in the household.
Alligator.
And any of their dependent children under the age of 22 who also reside in the household on a permanent basis.
Chickens.
Sounds like a family to me. So that news was shared on their Facebook page and then on the Change.org petition, blah, 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 blah.
Funny.
So everyone was really stoked about the fact that, like...
Squirrels.
Or two sisters living together with one kid. I mean...
Household.
There's also...
Yeah.
There's also that. There's also a non-gay population benefit to them changing that definition. But
bestie.
The whole gay community is like, awesome, they've been reinstated and they, blah, 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 blah. I think it's weird because they skated around the idea of calling, Will Trinkle and Juan Granados and their son
Pals.
a family. They're like, they've now, instead of just calling them a family,
You and your buddy.
they're like, well, you're the primary member, Will, and, Juan, you're the additional household member that permanently lives in the household. For Christ's sake, they're a fucking family. It's two dudes that have been in a relationship for 8 years, and their 2-year-old kid. They're a fucking family. They're better than half of the other fucking yokels in Virginia that have gotten divorced and remarried and all that shit. Virginians, I'm sorry. I don't know you guys personally.
Yeah, it's so crazy. When you think back like 60 years ago, like people still, like black people still have problems like walking around.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is any equivalent, but they must feel the same way where they get weird looks. They're not forced to relive other people's misfortunes, like sharing, not sharing the same water fountain in the bathroom. It's different.
Or maybe not.
Because those are on the radar. Those types of treatment that we used to do for people of color is like a smoking gun now for,
There's a lot of controversy nowadays because there's some black groups that want to have like all black proms, which is funny because it's gone like full circle in the other direction. And now when white people are like, you can't do that, they're like, why not? You did it. It's like, Jesus Christ, here we go again. But that does.
And their own TV channel.
That does, and their own TV channel.
Damn selfish bastards.
Goddamn black entertainment television. And your awesome old episodes of Martin at like 3 a.m. that I watch drunk. But there's definitely a unique experience that the homosexual community, or I really hate the word homosexual, even though it's like so technical. Like, and I was going back, I was talking to someone on Facebook, and I was using the word homosexual and they were using the word queer, because that's been kind of like taken back as like a powerful word, like the queer community, the
all right.
So it's like I don't know if I'm allowed to say queer because I'm not homosexual, but I say homosexual and it sounds like a fucking bad word to me. It sounds like I'm like this conservative guy that's like, the homosexuals are blah blah blah.
The homosexuals.
But I am very LGBTIQA friendly. We both so.
Are. But I think the thing is when it reminds someone of a bad definition or a memory. I watched Louie on FX, and there was this amazing intro to one of his season 1 episodes. They're all around the table playing poker or something like that, and they're all like, it's a bunch of comedians, so they're just jabbing at each other, poking fun and whatever. And there's this one gay guy that is there, and everyone knows that he's openly gay, and someone calls him a faggot, and he's like, oh, does that upset you, faggot? Like they're trying to like just get under his skin a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't have a problem with it, but other people might. And he's like, do you know what it means? And it literally means a bundle of sticks.
Yeah, totally.
And some people in England still use faggot as a bundle of sticks.
And a fag's a cigarette.
A cigarette, yeah, it's a stick. Totally. So he's like, what they used to do is they used to get a bunch of gay people, bundle them up like sticks, and put them on a fire. So when you say faggot, like to a gay person, it's reminding them of what that means.
If they know the origin.
Well, they should. Because it's an important distinction. But it brings back that particular word. I think it's offensive. I would say it's part of it's along the lines of like the N word. Even though you say the N word and people like hear it in their minds, like, oh yeah, you said that.
Well, it's been so normalized now. Like it's in music. My kid almost knows the word because he listens to the radio. It's like it's everywhere. Yeah. Unfortunately.
But
it's kind of like there was that movement where African Americans were like, let's take the power back in this word. I don't know if that was just a thing I knew because I was like in college in Northern California, so I knew about all these groups that are like, let's take the power back on hateful words.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if it worked. I don't know. I feel bad saying everything. I'm like the sorry white guy. He's like, I feel so bad about.
I swear to God, I'll just vote for Obama, and we'll just call it. We'll call it. Cool.
We'll call it even.
We'll call it cool. And
God.
Shit.
Dad Blunders, who's joining us in the chat. Aaron. He left a comment on that article and said it's a step in the right direction at least. I seriously doubt, though, that the Roanoke Athletic Club have changed their opinion about the matter. I'm more inclined to believe that they're trying to avoid legal action. Totally. They found a way to skate around the idea that they're bigots and did it by saying, well, we've broadened our definition. Now, something good that the Roanoke Athletic Club did was they posted this on their Facebook account. Like, they posted their update to the membership thing because they knew that they were, like, losing.
They should just use the president's excuse where their view of gay people has evolved.
Yeah.
It's an evolution of gay thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, I think they need to realign their values, not just redefine their memberships. But, you know, what are you going to do? It's a baby step, and I've learned from this business with the Phillips Norelco thing that I'm supposed to celebrate the baby steps and not just look for like 100% compliance.
Well, Aaron also says, you know, he says all states have different laws for equality.
Definitely.
Some have less, some have more.
Mm-hmm.
The only way things change is through people talking about it.
Through the normalization of the culture.
And, you know, it localizes what people want in their own area. And even though we might think that one position or one way of thinking is correct, other people might not agree.
Yeah.
Even though they might be just completely wrong and completely stupid, they have the right to think whatever they want. That's one of the things about America and the USA is, you know, it's not like two things. It's whatever.
I forget who'd said it, and I think it was, I want to say someone in ancient Rome. I want to say it was like, you know, Plato or something, not necessarily like someone in the United States. But someone said, I may not agree with your views, but I'll defend to the death your right to believe them or something. Yeah. And, you know, that's a really, you know, now it gets a little shady when then those views have to do with hate, but what are you going to do? But, yeah, you know, all states have different laws for equality. You'll notice that
can't control people.
That where there is a larger gay population, there's a chicken or the egg thing going here. Where there's a larger gay population, the laws seem to be a little bit better. And it's probably because, and I'm no sociologist,
they pay taxes.
They pay taxes. That you know, you have the larger population there, more people are talking about it, more people are dealing with the issue, and more people are seeing that all these people are the fucking same and they just love someone else, and who gives a shit? So just make the laws all inclusive. You take a place like Virginia, or you take a place that has harsh gay laws, like whatever, was that North Carolina or South Carolina that just did that you know, doesn't have, we don't know, a large gay population, or it's not being talked about as much, and those people are obviously going to uphold, you know, that archaic belief that like gay people are like broken human beings.
And it just sucks because they're so you know, like I hate to go on a liberal slant on this, but they're you know, they're so entrenched in religion, and nowhere in the Bible does it say that gay people are bad.
And there's a lot of places in the Bible where it suggests that dudes have sex with dudes. Yeah. Because that's what dudes did back then.
They dressed up like women, and they acted, and you know, that's...
And they would go to the bathhouses and get it on. And that's just what happened. So, I had a really interesting conversation with a what I called a card-holding homosexual the other day on Facebook.
He has a card?
No, but I assume that they all get like a membership thing. But
it's a rainbow unicorn.
I explained that I was like in the gay dorm in college, and that's a whole different story. I think I mentioned that before. But I had questions about like how the queer community like looks at certain other people in their own community and how they define things. I don't know, but it was a really interesting conversation. That's all I got. There's no really point of reference or follow up on that one, but
all right,
that's all.
So
that was fun.
Gay people, we love them.
We're gonna run out of time on this tape.
We love it. We love it. Next story. It's Leviticus. Aaron says.
Leviticus. There we go. Dun dun dun.
if I am not mistaken, says it's wrong. Oh, Leviticus says it's wrong.
Oh.
Well,
Fuck Leviticus.
fuck him, he's a
How about
stupid
that?
asshole.
Fuck Leviticus.
And Jesus is like, no, we need to love these people. And it's like, Leviticus is like, nah, not those guys.
That was the Old Testament. That was my dad's shit.
Yeah. Don't try to...
God's so angry in the Old Testament, and Jesus is so loving in the New Testament.
Dude, he's on drugs.
Don't be like God, be like Jesus.
Jesus is just a hippie. Next story, don't hire your brother to watch your kid. This is a nice picture from the Reddits. And as soon as I can pull it up, I will describe it. Okay, so this is a dude that's in his backyard drinking a beer, obviously watching his brother's kid, and he's got a string tied to a swing. And I think this is genius.
The opinions were like split down the middle on Reddit.
Is kind of awesome. You know, okay, here's the thing. I don't think there's a need for this guy to bond with that kid. As long as the kid's like entertained while this guy's watching.
He's an uncle.
He's an uncle. He doesn't need to be in the fucking kid's face all the time. And this is a smart way to kick back and just, I don't know, maybe if he's alone drinking, that might be a problem. But he just came up with an awesome invention. You know, how many toys do we have where we just let a baby just sit in it, or just
the little jumper things?
Yeah, and we're just
where you're like,
oh, it's fine.
Jump, asshole, and then you go and do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Again, back to the video games. Headphones on.
The Turtle Beaches. It's no different than that. I mean, there's a lot of toys out there that are like a hands-free interactive device that you can just do shit. Because I think, now here's the thing, I think that they make these sort of toys to engage kids in a learning sort of, you know, interactivity. If there's a single parent. You know, if you're a single parent, you got to come up with different ways to entertain your kid and get shit done around the house. So this is sort of interactive in a length distance kind of way.
I wish I had like a toddler jumper.
We have
Like
one
a
right
jumper
there.
for a 3-year-old.
She still gets in that and jumps.
I need one for my
She's
kid.
learning, like my daughter's just learning how to jump. So she'll try to jump. She'll be like, jump, 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 like that. But she can't lift her feet off the ground. It's the funniest thing.
God, my kid was jumping at me in the pool yesterday. He was jumping off the side.
Yeah.
Fuck, that kid can leap. I got a picture of your Instagram friends with me. I put it up on Instagram.
Just get him into basketball. Or you tried basketball.
We tried basketball. We tried soccer. He was just too young and unfocused. Yeah. Kid needs focus.
He's still 3, so.
Yeah, he's 3. He's going to be like old enough to be like, what about you, Dad? You don't play shit. Sorry. Oops. And then I could say, shut your mouth, son. I'm trying to give you a better life than me. I don't know. I don't know.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. Some other people did. Do we have any Huckleberry Starnes?
Huckleberry Starnes.
Says, in his defense, it does look pretty hot by that swing set.
As I'm telling you, people were like split 50-50 on stuff. Like half of these dudes on Reddit said like, this guy's the worst parent ever. And then half of them said this guy deserves a medal.
We can't all be fucking super dads. And I mean, this guy's not even a fucking dad.
He's the uncle. And the dad actually chimed in on Reddit. I read through like 500 comments. And the dad actually chimed in and said, yeah, this guy deserves a medal.
Yeah.
He's like, I am the ops brother. And
so if you had a brother and let's just pretend that your cousin Hosea is your brother, who won Top Chef, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
That's true. Season
Hosea Rosenberg won Top Chef.
3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah, his cousin. So
runs in the family, baby. Not really.
But
he got all the success and I got all the looks.
If you let Hosea watch and he was doing this shit, what would you say?
I'd fucking high five him, probably.
Yeah.
My kid, I don't know. My kid is very engaging. See, that's the thing is my kid wouldn't be in the swing that peacefully for long enough to take the picture, I think.
And I don't know how old this kid is, but, you know.
There's a giant version of that on Reddit where you can actually see the look on the kid's face, and she does not look happy.
Oh, she doesn't?
No. Which kind of changes the story. Originally, I wanted to put the full version up there.
Her face in that,
but I didn't want to go there.
I guess, well, if anything, it's kind of sad. Kid swinging by himself.
Like, bad face. I guess I should have just blown it up and taken the face out and put it down there. Been like, although. So I'm going to rewrite that one and see.
You should do an update.
Here's an update. The kid's still sad.
Oh, still sad. Let's check in on that photo, and still sad.
Still sad.
So that was where we had a slow week. So those are the only 2 stories we're going to do. Yeah. And dude, I want a fucking hot dog. The hot dog sounds so good right now.
I had 3 corn dogs last night when I came home from a long night of drinking. I was like, at first I wanted to stop at a fast food place, but then I was like, you know what? I got corn dogs in the fridge.
Oh, is there any good hot dog places around here?
P&L, Burger Express.
Oh yeah,
there's that place in the Jan's Mall.
Dude, I want a fucking.
It does hot dogs.
Vienna beef hot dog. There's so many places that don't sell Vienna beef. It fucking pisses me off. Go. Allergies are coming back.
Totally. I was just trying to read a thing about Magic Mike here.
Oh, okay.
So I took a.
I don't know why I was gonna go see that.
I took a turn. I don't know. I think so. I was just gonna shoot through this.
Do it.
Originally, I was going with some HuffPost article about like how dads feel about daughters or something, but it was like fucking. They were like doing the research, the chase your own tail research, where they're like, "Do dads like their daughters? Let's go get some quotes." And everyone's like, "Yes, yes, 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 no, yes, 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 yes."
What the fuck does that mean? Do you like your daughter?
I don't know. It's some fucking article. It's Huffington Post. What do you want to know? It's Huffington Post parents, which means mom.
Fucking hate her.
So
she can't talk. She doesn't know words. She talks like a fucking stupid asshole.
What, dude?
I don't know.
Like what some dad would say about his daughter. Dude, she's a fucking inconvenience. And fuck her.
She's a drain on my wallet and society.
And she won't fucking eat her peas. But anyway, so I wanted to. I just wanted to point out this article. I don't think it's important. I don't know. I haven't read it yet. But Sean Bean at parenting.com wrote an article recently, and by recently I mean June.
He's the guy that looks like Joey Lawrence.
Yes, right there.
Oh yeah.
And he wrote an article called "Rise of the Manny." I guess he was a Manny, which is a male nanny.
I like that. Manuel. Ding.
But
Faulty Tower.
That may be all I got. There's a rise in Mannies, evidently.
Oh, okay.
Men have steadily been 10% of our placements for the past few years.
And Manny Petty.
Says Annabelle Cork, co-founder of Hey Dad Nannies, or Hey Day Nannies. Sorry, I got all sorts of stuff going in here. The child care recruitment agency in New York that placed some guy in his current gig. It's been the similar trend for Nannies for Hire, a popular online nanny reference database. That guy's name is
Kenworthy?
Kenworthy, yeah, someone Kenworthy. I don't know where it is. It's up here somewhere. Will Kenworthy.
Oh.
So yeah. Anyway.
I was gonna say that was his first name. That'd be awesome.
So all these nanny groups are basically saying that there's been a spike in male applicants. So that's kind of cool. That kind of coincides with the whole idea of the father staying home with kids.
Well, we had that question of the week a while back where we asked if
you'd hire a male nanny.
Yeah, or a male babysitter.
Or male babysitter.
You're right.
And some people said no. Some people did say no, I'd have a problem with it, and we banned their IP from our website. We were like, thanks, asshole, and banhammer. But there's dads are staying home with their kids a lot more, and males are unafraid more often to like take up those jobs. And society is slowly, like we were talking about the normalization before, society is slowly coming to terms with the idea of a male caregiver, because it is something that if you'd read our Circle of Moms roast article, moms still have a big problem, not all of them, but a good portion of important ones have a problem with men with kids, or have a problem with seeing a man with kids.
And I guess it reinforces that sort of visual stereotype of like a child predator.
Exactly. Yeah, totally.
Where, you know, males, I think, get the brunt of, not like all those fucking males, like they're
Those
just misunderstood,
males.
you know.
But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of female sexual predators.
It goes both ways, yeah.
And women don't
Baby
seem to have
snatchers.
that, like in baby snatcher and baby killers.
Yeah.
And there's
Casey
plenty of
Anthony.
those.
No, we're not.
But you know what happens is,
We don't know.
if a woman kills her newborn child, they say, well, she has a problem. She needs to be fixed because she has
post-traumatic stress.
Postpartum. But if a man does it, they say he's a sick asshole and he should be locked away. And that's kind of what happens with the child molesters. Also, the ones that, like, the teachers that have sex with their kids, is they say the women need to be fixed and the men need to be locked up.
Dude, did you hear about the story where the lady like got out of the hospital with her newborn and like was in the parking garage and threw her baby out of the parking garage?
Fucking crazy.
Women do crazy shit.
It's not just dudes.
It's not just dudes.
It's not just dudes.
It goes both ways.
But yeah, so anyway, we're kind of like way past where. But I knew that would bring up something interesting. But that does loop back to read the HLN article that is by yours truly about men with kids. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I loved it. I wrote it.
Speaking of interesting. So there's an article on the Stir, which is the Stir.cafe mom. It's by Jean Sager.
Did we ever determine whether it's Jean or Jeannie?
It's Jean.
I always want to call her Jeannie because she's got like an E at the end, right?
I know, and I think a lot of people mispronounce her name.
I know. I'm one of those assholes where she's like, it's not Jeannie, you fucking asshole.
I hate the people that spell my name with an I, so...
Like me.
You don't spell my name with an I. Baby and 18
Not
other
yet.
kids abandoned in hot, filthy house of horrors.
That's terrible.
Dude. Police were describing the conditions in a home where they found 19 kids living alone. This week, Kentucky authorities say the home where the kids were alone for a week had dog feces an inch thick on the floor on one of the rooms.
Oh, God.
The youngest child was 8 months. The oldest was only 14. And
That's
they're going through
terrible.
a heat wave. So you can imagine a house without air conditioning with an inch full of just dog crap.
And that's
in
gonna
a
do
room.
that's gonna fuck these kids up so bad medically. I mean, when you watch like Hoarders,
Methane from like if you heat up feces,
which I do often.
which who doesn't? Methane.
Who's never put a shit in the microwave?
I know. Come on. Tasty treat when you get home from work. It's just I
Yeah,
have no words for that.
yeah.
It's like 110 degrees in the Midwest right now, and the humidity.
If you watch Hoarders, they have some explanations, because it makes good TV, about like when someone is a hoarder and has kids around. They have the experts talk about like what that does to you, living in like filth, and it really is. It's bad. I mean, it's just having like the mold in your walls is real bad. It's like something that they tell you like have that checked out because around a kid
Well, you could go
that
crazy
will
on that shit.
kill you when you're little.
So will asbestos. So watch out.
Oh yeah, Dad Blunders. Aaron just reminded us on the chat that he's a former child abuse investigator.
Oh wow.
We were kind of chatting through comments on one of the articles once. But yeah, he said it's not fun to see things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's referring to, but I'm assuming everything we've been talking about.
So this woman, 32-year-old Jackie Farah, she seems to be the mother of at least one of the kids. And they charged her with 14 counts of criminal abuse and 5 counts of wanton endangerment.
Well, it's not wonton. Like that's the Chinese treat.
I know. What is?
It's wanton.
Oh.
Like bad.
Oh, that's how you spell wonton, right?
I think so. It's like bad.
Make up your mind. English
Disregarding
language. Fuck.
something. I don't know.
Wonton endangerment. It's like a bunch of
The Chinese
wontons.
stole it from us.
Oh, it'd be great if we named this food wonton. The English will love that. So they say that she and a man named Irving Joe Smith left town for a family emergency right in the middle of the heat wave, leaving behind the 13 kids who live in the house, plus 6 cousins who were visiting for the summer. So that's a summer they're never going to forget.
Yeah. Medically speaking.
Jesus. So she asked, what part of the story sent you over the edge? And...
the part where I had an allergy attack.
All of it. Yeah. I would say that all of it was kind of sad.
Yeah. And unfortunately that happens more often.
But she does have a bitchin' shirt.
Like one shoulder shirt. Yeah. Hot shirt, girl.
Hot shirt coming through.
I love your shirt. That's the perfect shirt to get picked up on charges for. You got a wanton disregard for fashion, girl.
Shit. So hopefully this doesn't do any permanent damage to these kids, mentally or physically, but don't leave your kids in the house alone.
Oh, I can kind of hear again. No? Little.
So that's it for our stories of the week.
Totally.
And this Terabad episode.
It's pretty good. I like this episode.
Yep.
It was good.
So you can contact us and suggest stories by emailing us at dads@8bitdad.com, or you can give Zach a Kleenex, mail it to 123 Fake Street.
Fake Street.
And learn how to become a writer for our website by emailing us at contribute@8bitdad.com. We'll send you information on what we want and what we need and
how to get it.
How to get it.
And and you know what? Someone recently did that.
Oh.
Aaron, Dad Blunders.
Oh, cool.
He's joining us because he knew we were gonna mention it.
There you go.
He recently said, "Hey, you guys should check out Amazon Mom," and we have. Aaron, believe me, we have.
Yeah.
Since the start of our website, they've been on the list somehow, but they're so big and they're so untouchable. And speaking of untouchable, I was doing a promo for another product once and was on the phone with these like chicks from marketing companies, and they were like, "So tell us about 8-Bit Dad and what you guys do," and blah 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 blah.
Call them chicks. Do women like to be called chicks?
I don't know, but I'm gonna pink road.
Fuck it.
Take it. Take it or leave it. That's what I got. So they were asking what we do on our website, and I was saying,
what don't we do?
Yeah, exactly. I said, check it out, girls. Oh, sorry, and I don't mean girls. I mean women,
ladies.
But they're both like marketing gals. I just can't say women. I'm sorry, I can't say it. But it's not like offensive to me. I know there's a lot of people that say like just any of those kinds of names are offensive. I'm sorry, I don't mean it like that. Ladies, women. But they're both marketing ladies of very powerful positions.
Kittens.
And no, I'm not even going to go that far. And they'd asked what we do, and I said, well, we go after brands that don't acknowledge fathers, so on and so forth, blah 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 blah. And I said, like Amazon Mom, that really gets me that they're going straight to moms. I'm a member of it, but I'm not being addressed. Do they not want my money? These guys are, idiots and blah, 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 blah. I fucking want to just nail them to the wall. And there was like awkward silence. And then one of the ladies was like, I was one of the co-founders of Amazon Mom.
So there's that.
And I said, okay, well, I'm going to go. And if you guys ever need me again, just give me a call.
You have my card?
And I have not heard from them since. So, sorry. But we're coming after you. You can like us on Facebook. and that's facebook.com/8bitdad.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter, which is twitter.com/8bitdad.
And we've got a lot of shit on Pinterest. Ooh, and if you'd like to repin our shit on Pinterest, please do so at pinterest.com/8bitdads.
So that's it for this week's episode. I'm Brian Ferguson.
And this guy here is Zach Rosenberg.
Until next week.
We got to take that line out. We like
I
never.
know,
There's just nothing. There's got to be some other stuff.
It'll be like a cold open, where it's just
cold open.
Ready?
I didn't do this before the real show. I think that's why it was so rough.